What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Everything Nerdy, and today
we are doing the hardest comic book and nerdy quiz known to man. Let's go! So, with the quiz this week, boys, it is very simple. So we have 5 rounds. Each round has obviously a different theme. You both get 2 questions, but you do also get the chance to steal points, okay? So if I deem you taking too long to answer the question, it will be passed on to your opponent. So yeah, this is probably going to be the ultimate Kris versus Joe. And Joe, based on previous experiences, mate, you've got a lot to prove today.
Can I just say I'm so glad that Matty, you're being the quiz master, so that Joe doesn't come up with some like ridiculous question for me again, just to spite me.
You got your own back.
What colour was Superman's hair in Fantastic Four 1933?
It was black.
What, in Fantastic Four? Don't think it was. Okay.
Kris versus Joe.
Okay, so you boys ready with your pen and papers? You ready to go?
So ready.
Okay. Joe, you're up first. Question 1. During the post-credit scene in the first Avengers movie, who is the only hero that is not eating shwarma?
Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
Is it Hulk?
I'm going to throw that over to Kris for your first potential point steal. Kris, which hero is the only one not eating shawarma? And there is some fun trivia behind it.
I'm gonna say, because I know. So it's really hard because I don't. Every hero that I'm thinking is eating shawarma, I'm thinking, is that just my brain? I'm gonna say Black Widow. I'm just gonna go for it. Say Black Widow.
Okay, question 1. We have no points to be given out.
9.
I'm happy about that.
Who was it?
It was Captain America.
Oh no.
You didn't want to fit America's ass too much.
Joe, that's very inappropriate.
That's so inappropriate.
I'm sorry.
The fun fact actually is, obviously, they filmed the shawarma scene after the premiere of the movie. So Chris Evans was already filming or preparing for the movie Snowpiercer. So he had the full beard. So he had to wear prosthetics on his face. So Captain America didn't have a beard. So he sat there holding his chin like that. So you don't notice that he's wearing prosthetics.
Fair enough.
Interesting. Okay, that's fair enough.
No points through question 1, so we're going to throw this back over to Kris for his question. And obviously, if Kris doesn't get it right, then Joe, you've always got the opportunity to steal. And so, question 2: who was not a member of the Warriors 3 in Thor?
So, okay, I'm just going to speak out. I think it's something like Fandral. I think it's like those people. And so, I know Fandral's in it. I know that Gimli's in it. He's not Gimli, but he looks like Gimli.
Gimli, yeah.
And I know Sif's in it.
Lady Sif.
You ladies, if it's the group I'm thinking of, which means that I'm gonna say that. What's his name? The Shooty Man. The Shooty Man isn't in it. Yeah, you know the one I'm on about, where he has the guns.
I can't remember the horrible histories. I'm a shouty man.
Hi, I'm a shouty man.
Oh, what's his name? You know the one that where Hella's like, bow to me, and he's like, all right, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. I can't remember his name though. It's not.
I'd like to say it's taken quite a while, but
I was just about to say I might have to throw this over to Joe.
Okay. All right. Well, we all know who I'm saying. All right. So, I'm gonna go with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
So Chris, you're basically saying Carl Urban's character from
Yes.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, take it away, man. Chris, you're wrong, by the way.
Really?
I'm just going to pick out of one of the ones Chris says. I'm going to say Lady Sif.
Okay, so it is actually called Boulder. So,
No, mate. No.
and
it's
if my
not
research
Boulder.
is correct, then it would be not Gimli.
So who's Warriors 3 then? Oh. Okay. All right. Fine. Got it wrong.
Oh, by the way, round 1 is MCU, by the way.
Oh, right.
Forgot
Thanks.
to mention that. So the next question is obviously for Joe. So Joe, your second official question is, which real-world tech CEO appears in Iron Man 2?
Okay. So I'll tell you what I was about to do wrong. I was like fully like in MCU like head, and I was going Justin Hammer. But that's not going to be him. So
Real-world CEO, Joe.
Elon Musk.
Joe gets the first point.
Such annoying. I knew that question as well.
Don't worry, Chris. I think you've got one of equal caliber for your second official question and the last official question in round 1. In Infinity War, who is the first character to die? Gonna have to rush you, Chris.
So my brain is going, is this during the snap? Is it before the snap? Does a character die before the snap? I can only think of one, so I'm going to go for Vision.
And based on Joe's face, I'm going to say that was his answer for the steal. Okay. Joe, you do have an opportunity to change your answer because, Chris, you that's wrong, bud.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was thinking that's like almost like a trick question. Like you're trying to think of who went first on the snap, but actually it's Vision went just before that. But who else went in the film?
If this is your mindset, you boys are really going to kick yourselves.
Oh, flip. Okay.
Joe, I'm going to have to rush you, bud.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go with. Was it Loki?
You are so close, but unfortunately,
It's
Joe.
in that first scene, isn't it?
Heimdall.
It's
It's Heimdall.
And there we go. It is
Heimdall.
Heimdall. Heimdall was the first person to bite the dust. Excuse the pun. In Infinity War.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. It's a trick question, but it's a good question.
Both of you immediately went to who got dusted first. When the words I said was which character was the first to die, not get dusted.
No, we went before that. So Vision died
Vision went
before
when
the
he took
dusting.
the stone out, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's where I went to.
Okay, so round 2, boys. We ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is DC. Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Joe,
Hello.
your first question of round 2 is as follows. What is Superman's dad's name?
Jonathan. One second. Before you pass it on, right? Chris can say it. Chris can get the point. Yeah. I get where I've gone wrong here. I just want to tell you that I know the answer. I've just done it very, very wrong because I've instantly gone, I love Smallville. And then...
He's in Smallville.
No, I know he's in Smallville,
No.
but what I'm saying is that the heartbreaking bit where the earthly dad dies, that's very different.
Okay.
And that's what my mind went straight to.
Is his earthly dad's name called Jonathan?
I think it is, isn't it? Jonathan Kent.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know his son's called Jonathan Kent.
Named after his dad.
Oh, well then that's fine. Isn't that's the right answer then, right? I was just thinking of Jor-El. I thought it was...
Chris, that's right. I said Superman's dad, not Clark.
If it was Clark Kent, it would have been... If it was Clark Kent,
sure.
would you have accepted Jonathan? Because I know technically it's still the same person.
If I'd have said Clark Kent, then yes, I would have accepted Jonathan. That was on me.
It's okay.
You both get half a point. Question 2, which is also question 1 for Chris in round 2. Which iteration of Batgirl is best known?
What do you mean by best known?
Who is most popular? So which alter ego of Batgirl is the most popular?
Well, Barbara Gordon.
Great.
Great, good. I didn't know if it's a trick question. I'll take it.
No. So obviously, if some of the wording of my questions are a little weird, I can try and reword them if it doesn't give away the answer, okay?
Sure.
Joe, your next question. In the realms of the Lontern Corp, what colour does yellow represent?
Can I buzz in? Is it a buzz thing?
No, we're not doing buzzing.
It's not a buzz thing. Okay.
So this is where I'm extremely flawed. I'm just going to say... hate.
And Chris, your very eager answer is?
So, weirdly, as soon as I put my hand up, I forgot. And then I've been trying to remember what I had it as, because I know, I think, I'm gonna say, because I know, I can just see Sinestro is yellow, and I'm trying to remember.
That's what I was
So
trying.
I'm gonna say, anger.
Wrong.
What is it?
It's fear.
Oh,
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's less emotion, more terms of natural.
Chris, and obviously if he doesn't get it, then Joe, you've got a point to steal. So as it stands right now, both of you boys are on 1.5 points. So Chris, what is Wonder Woman's whip-like weapon known as?
The lasso of truth.
And you get the point.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Joe,
Hello.
when and where was HellBoy's first comic appearance? Sorry, when I say when, it's I can accept the year, and where is basically, sorry, it's worded poorly, but the name of the comic of his first appearance. But if you do just get the year right, because I didn't realize how hard this question was actually going to be, you will get a point if you get the year correct, and you'll get a bonus point if you can tell me the name of the comic.
Okay, 93, and we'll go for New York. Why not?
Okay, so the date was August 1993. Hellboy's first appearance was in San Diego Comic-Con Comics issue number 2. Chris, your question is, when the character was rebooted in color in 1989, what comic was the first appearance of The Mask? Can you tell me the comic series that was his first color appearance?
Is in like Jim Carrey in The Mask? That's what I'm thinking of, is it?
Yes, that is the character of The Mask, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to say New Beginnings of the Mask, issue 1.
Okay. Joe, what's your answer?
Don't know, man. The Mask, number 1.
Okay, so no points for that question. The answer
Right,
was... So the comic series is called Mayhem.
Oh, cool.
Joe, hopefully this one will be a little bit easier, because obviously I just realised how hard this Dark Horse round actually is, so my apologies. Well, hopefully Netflix is on your side on this one. So, how many graphic novel volumes of the Umbrella Academy are there?
If I could just give a shout out to one of my old young people called Arlo, I'll send you the video so you'll be able to see this shout out, because it's all they watch. I don't know the answer. I've got a guess based on the fact that I only know about it because of them. I'm gonna go for 3.
Kris, how many graphic novel volumes of the Umbrella Academy are there? The original question was going to be how many issues have there been, but that was like 25, I think was the answer, plus a couple of short stories and one-shots. But how many volumes have there been?
Volumes. So I reckon there's about 4 big comics to do with Umbrella Academy.
So
no, hear me out. So let me talk you through it. So I reckon there's 4 big comics, and I think it's like the original series. There's Hotel something. I think it's Sparrow Academy, and I think something to do with Grave or something. So I'm gonna just say that there's like 3 volumes per set, and so I'm gonna go 12.
Kris.
Have I misunderstood the question? I bet I've misunderstood.
So, the answer was 4.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely.
But
This happened on the other quiz as well.
Hang on.
The other quiz.
hang on. That was your first answer. You said there was 4 big comics.
Sorry, that was not his final answer. That was very much so him thinking out loud.
So, if he had just said 4 and then completely changed his answer and just went, I'm going to say there's 4 big comics, so my answer is 12, like, then no. But the fact that you went through and you named nearly all of them, I'm going to give you the point, because it's Umbrella Academy, and then Umbrella Academy Dallas, then Umbrella Academy Hotel Apocalypse, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then you've got the 4th one, which is Sparrow Academy. Kris, obviously this is your question.
Thanks, man.
Who wrote Sin City?
Right. I absolutely know this. So just give me a second, okay?
Time up. Time's up.
I was going to say, we have been going a while, so I will have to rush you.
I know. I'm sorry. That's really irritating. Why? I've only got one name in my head and it's wrong.
5, 4.
Shut up, Joe. I can't concentrate.
1.
Kris, I'm going to have to push you for an answer, mate.
No, there's a lot of pressure, okay? Mark Miller. I don't know. I'm going to say Mark Miller. I can't. It's not right. But.
Okay, so you guessed Mark Miller. So, Joe, what's your answer, dude?
Oh, I got it!
I don't read Dark Horse comics, so I'm going to say Stan Lee for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. It's
it's
Stanley.
not, but
It's Stanley, yeah.
Joe, you
It's
had
not.
the whole world in your hands and you just let it go. So, Chris, obviously your
Frank
answer was
Miller.
Mark Miller, but yes,
It's Frank Miller.
It's Frank Miller.
so
Oh,
makes me feel like
no
that makes me
points
feel, like,
there.
very like fractionally better about last question, so that's all right.
That's tragic.
Okay, so going on to our penultimate round. So, and the theme for this round, 90s cartoons.
Ooh.
Okay,
I'm well into that. Let's go.
so Joe,
Hello.
you're into your music.
Yeah.
You'll get a point if you can tell me who famously wrote the theme to the Spiderman Animated Series.
Oh, dear.
Okay. So, from the way you've phrased it as famously, it's going to be someone pretty big.
Famous.
Oh yeah, he's a very well-known musician.
And see, I'm taking too long now. I'm going to go. Oh, it's going to be so like out of the blue.
Tell you what, if you can name what band he's from, then I'll accept it.
I'd say I'm just going to go for
Joe, I'm gonna have to push you, mate. Even if you don't give an answer, I'm gonna have to pass it over to Chris.
let's go for Billy Joe Armstrong. Why not?
Oh, imagine.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Imagine. I mean, I know he did The Simpsons, but let's move on. Chris, what's your answer, bud?
So I don't know where you're at with it, so I'm just going to go on the only really old school Spider-Man theme I can think of, and I'm going to say I think it's the Ramones.
Okay. I see where you're going with that, but unfortunately that is incorrect. Because the theme tune for the 90s Spider-Man Animated Series was written by Joe Perry of Aerosmith.
Oh, interesting. No idea that.
Right, so I want half a point because I said Billy Joe Armstrong.
No. So I'm going to put a clip in of the theme tune here. Chris,
Yes, I'm ready.
true or false? The voice actor of Magneto in the XMEN Animated Series, which I know you're a big fan of.
Love that.
So, true or false? The voice actor who played Magneto in the X-Men Animated Series turned down the role in the live-action movie in the early 2000s.
True.
That is correct.
Yes! Let's have it. Now Joe's gone for a wee though, so it's like that.
Joe, your next question. Who voiced Madame Web in the Spider-Man Animated Series?
It's obviously going to be someone who's fairly notable. It feels like maybe it's a celebrity who's done like voice acting, even if they're not really directly related to these things. When was the series?
Mid-90s, so I think it started 94, 95.
I'm going to go for... Again. Let's go for... You're happy for this. Let's Jennifer Aniston. Why not?
So we're going for Jennifer Aniston as the voice of Madame Web in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. No.
Are you sure? Do you want to double check that one?
100% sure. I don't even need to check the card. Chris, do you
It's
have
actually
an
a really
answer
hard
for-
question. I'm going to go with Helena Bonham Carter, just because I think she'd be great in it. I don't think it's the right answer, but I think she'd be great.
You're both wrong.
Boo.
Okay. So you've got that going for yourselves. It's Joan Lee, Stan Lee's wife,
Oh wow,
Oh, that's clever.
That's cool.
in the Batman Animated Series, who voiced Batman.
I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go with someone who acted as him in real life. I can't remember his name. It's like Michael something. He's in the Flash movie. Michael.
Right, just before you truly embarrass yourself, I'm going to say no, and we're going to pass that over to Joe, because hopefully he knows the answer.
Right. Well, that's wrong.
Wrong.
Oh, okay, so Joe is also no idea. Okay.
I don't even know like the ballparks I go into, so I'm just gonna say. This is completely out of context. Have you guys ever seen Jamie Vardy's Sky Sports interview when he finds out Mark Albrighton's middle name? It's my favourite thing in the world. He goes, Kevin! Like that. Best thing in the world. So I'm going to go Kevin.
So you're gonna say Kevin?
Yeah.
You got a last name for me, Joe?
It's not Kevin Spacey.
No. Is it Kevin Spacey?
It's not Kevin Spacey. Right, okay. The answer is Kevin Conroy.
Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Kevin!
He's probably the most well-known voice actor for playing Batman, because he did the animated series. He did Batman Beyond. He did all of the Arkham games.
I was gonna say
are we
that.
saying half a point?
You're not getting anything because I'm ashamed of the pair of you. The problem is, Chris, I thought you had this in the bag because Kevin Conroy played Bruce Wayne in live action in the CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths.
How do you know I wasn't going to say that?
Because you didn't say it.
Oh, I know that. I remember that.
Joe, I know you know that. That's why I thought I was handing you a point.
I still
that's
feel
why
I
it
should
was
get half
such a
point
big
for
deal.
Kevin.
Joe, you ain't getting nothing, mate.
You're nothing,
Because you could have said
mate.
Kevin
You're
Smith
nothing.
for crying out loud. So that's just
That's
not
honestly,
happening.
after you said no to Kevin Spacey, that's what I thought you were going with. I thought you was going to be Kevin Smith.
Okay, so swiftly moving on before I get too angry. We're going to go straight into round 5, which is the final round. And the theme of this round is superhero movies pre-MCU. Okay? So,
nice.
so anything that came out before 2007 when Iron Man 1 came out. That was 2007, or was it 2008? 2009. Basically, before Iron Man 1. So,
Oh, so Hulk counts, is it?
Hulk
Hulk
2003.
came after, my bad.
Hulk 2003.
my bad.
That could. It's not one of the questions, but that would also be part of that umbrella.
Okay.
So, Joe,
Hello.
in the early 90s, there was a Spider-Man movie in production. But who was signed on to direct? This is a multiple choice.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's go.
As a little bit of trivia beforehand, Leonardo DiCaprio was reportedly in talks to play Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And Michael Jackson was trying to buy him out because Michael Jackson wanted to play the part. So that's your little bit of fun trivia before the question. But the multiple choice answers are A, Steven Spielberg, B, James Cameron, C, David Fincher, or D, Joss Whedon.
Because the issue is here, before you said the multiple choice, I was going to go with Spielberg anyway, because just the kind of like the gravity behind the name, yeah. And it's the idea of who was like tipped to be the producer and so on. I'm going to go with Spielberg, just out of the fact that it was in my head anyway. It's probably wrong, but that's okay.
You're right, Joe. It was wrong. So
I got so happy for like 2.5 seconds then because you said you're right, it was wrong. That was absurd.
Okay, so Chris, your options are James Cameron, David Fincher, or Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. Just gonna go Joss Whedon, just for bounce.
Incorrect. It was James Cameron.
Wow, that's big. Yeah, I feel in my head that was the one that was in there like to throw off.
How many Punisher movies have there been?
Ooh, are we talking bootleg?
That is a short film, so we will only be counting feature-length movies.
I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna say Joe.
I'm going to say 2.
You're both wrong. It's 3.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got the Thomas Jane one from the early 2000s. You've then got Punisher Warzone, which came out just after that, which was a direct-to-movie thing just so they could keep the rights. But the one that not many people know about is there was a Punisher movie in the mid to late 80s with Dolph Lundgren in the title role.
Oh, wow. Dolph Lundgren.
Do not watch it, it's atrocious, but it does exist.
Go on, Dolphy. All right.
Okay, so, Joe.
Hello.
Your question, your potential final question of the quiz, the super mega quiz.
Worth 10 points.
I was actually going to say worth 2 because we're going to need some points in this thing.
Yeah.
Is which Marvel character was Wesley Snipes' first choice to play on the big screen? Okay. Obviously, Wesley Snipes is very well known for playing the character of Blade in the late 90s, early 2000s. But he got that role because he asked the studio for a different character, but they weren't ready for that character to be on the big screen yet. So which Marvel character did Wesley Snipes want to play first?
Okay. So, if you play Blade, are we going to say it's a Marvel thing?
It is a Marvel thing. That's in the question.
Yeah. Which Marvel character did Wesley Snipes want to play
I
first?
missed that. I missed the Marvel bit.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
all right. I'm going to go for Power Man Luke Cage.
Oh, good answer. Not right though.
Wrong.
I would have, to be honest, I would prefer that over the actual answer. Chris, over to you, bud. Which black Marvel character did Wesley Snipes want to play in the early 90s?
I mean, unfortunately, there's not that many. So, like, it's not very, like, you know, there's a few. I'm gonna say Black Panther.
And Chris gets the point. So yeah, it was Black Panther. So Wesley Snipes did pitch a Black Panther movie in the mid to late 90s, but the studio in question, quote unquote, weren't ready for that yet. So they opted to do a Blade movie, very similar to Ryan Reynolds having to do X-Men Origins Wolverine as Wade Wilson and not Deadpool. They promised him the movie that he wanted down the line, so Blade was actually a stepping stone so a Black Panther movie could be made. Kris, your potential final question: true or false? Marlon Brando was paid $260,000 a day for Superman the movie.
True.
Kris wins.
Unfortunately, Kris did win, but it was close there for a while. Obviously, with the 20 odd questions that we did, Kris wins with 6.5. Was it?
Yeah, 6.5 points. Yeah.
6.5. Okay, so future reference: when I do a super mega quiz, I have to make it less super mega.
Yeah, less hard. You just got to make it less hard, or give us some homework to do. That's always fun.
That was the Super Mega Quiz. Obviously, I won, and I don't like winning all the time, but it has to happen sometimes. If you think I should have had more justice in that video, as I do, just comment down below. But until next time, thank you so much to Matt for organising that. That was great. It was a lot of fun doing
Matt.
that.
Welcome.
And we'll look forward to the next video, and we'll see you there. Goodbye.
See ya.
Peace.
Cool. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Everything Nerdy. And today...
Sorry, Kris threw me off.